I am back with the GPX TSE250R, and I'm going to do the first oil change after riding it out twice. I can check the odometer, but I don't think that's going to give us too good of a thing because I didn't have the wheel sensor correct. So 17 miles, let's figure it's probably 30 miles really on the bike. And so all you need to do is get up under here and behind the brake at 12 millimeter and just undo that and let the oil drain on out. I'm gonna try to set you guys up. So what you'll want to do is press down. If you have an impact, you can get up in here. Push down, pull it out, and there you go. It comes right on out. We'll set that there. I forgot to. We got this little guy. What I need to do is put a hole here so I can hold it up and then it can just drain in. Oh, hey, it stays just like that. There we go, that'll work. So my XR650R funnel, if you're wondering why the weird shape, that's what that's from. That way you don't have to get the skid plate too messy. I should have had that ready, totally forgot, my fault. Another thing you'll want to do on this bike is I have it, I have it strapped off to a shelf that's in a 2x4. Those are really heavy duty steel shelf brackets. So the bike is slightly leaned over just to help for the draining. Obviously, otherwise it would be leaning on the kickstand the other direction and you're not going to drain real good. Also, to add air in there, undo the cap off the top. It's hard to tell. It's a little dirty. It is breaking in, but it's not horrible. I think there's a little metallic, but again, it's breaking in. It's a clutch. It's gonna have some pieces in there, right? All the time when the clutch is wearing. Something you might not be able to notice too well because the lighting on this side is not that good, but my boot wear marks, so obviously you're gonna wear out right there, wear through the paint. Probably see if I can make myself a Kydex unit for here. I'm gonna try to do a vacuum thing to make one for this empty area, just so it's protected. If you broke it, it's not a big deal. There's nothing in it, but it would look ugly. So it would just add some protection. And then if I do one here, I kind of do, I don't know, maybe I could go over. I might actually see how much a side case costs after I get my vacuum thing set up to make a Kydex plate for here. And if it's not too bad, I might just buy a whole new case and start pumping out some protection for this bike. It would be nice to also get a coolant, this coolant line here, this housing piece, buy that, because I'm sure it's separate than this, and then also mold a piece of Kydex to kind of go around there maybe, because how it sticks out, Colorado, a rock, man, that's gonna get that sooner or later. And I'd rather have that be later. So I don't know, maybe try to figure something out that, with some Kydex or some other material to add a plate for that. Too bad they didn't do that with this skid plate factory. Too bad they didn't kind of come out more this direction and maybe tie into the bolts up here or something, just add like a little guard for that guy. It's Colorado, and I've seen plenty of water pump housings break. But at least it is a separate, it looks like, housing. So it looks small, so it's probably not expensive to replace. It just means a slow time getting off the trail if you're back into there, because you'd have to let the bike cool, continue on some, let the bike cool, you have to play it safe. It'd just be annoying. Oil change is done. Done spitting out oil. Go ahead and Thread that guy back on, make sure the copper washer's on it. I just always go loosey-goosey with this and then swap my socket over to a wrench. That way you don't overdo anything. If you go look up, I'll see if I can find this funnel. It seems to work pretty good. It actually has another tab on this side. Technically, I'd cut it off to use on the XR, but it works really good to get it up in there. You can put a hole here and just kind of put a string through or zip tie and go up here and hold it. So I got my funnel. I'm going to use, once again, Rotella. It's funny, people worry about it, and I talk to guys and they're like, this is all I use in all my vehicles. So you get people that get so worried and worked up about oil. But you're going to want 800 cc, 800 milliliters. So I got one of these cool guys. I showed it before in my video, but this is an first oil change. First real oil change, not an assembly oil change. So I'll probably just go up to 400. We'll go up to 400. And due to the bike leaning this way, the funnel wants to lean. But you unscrew the blue thing and it will drain into the bike. And because this bike only holds 800, yeah, you'll want to change the oil probably quite often, honestly. If you want to keep everything nice, fresh, and running. You know, probably not every 2 rides if you're riding only 30 miles. I mean, you might want to do like 100 miles at least after braking. But that's up to you. You can decide. All bikes are different. I could abuse my XR650R and it would be fine. I do have a flat rear tire and I don't know why. So I don't know if that's a tube. I must have got it on flat. So I'm going to add some air here and see if it holds or goes down. So that's another thing I need to do. And worst case is I will pull it off. I believe I have a tube. I don't typically run tubes, so see if I have a tube. And if I do, I will just probably change that no name tire out to a Shinko Cheater 505 for the rear at least. Front seems like it's doing fine. I guess one thing about the oil, because it's still on an angle on the case, I know this is a Yamaha knockoff engine. Well, knockoff. I think they paid for the rights. But point being, it would have been nice if on the mold designs they changed it to where this was up higher and flat. Reason being is then you could take a funnel, stick it straight in, and it would stay upright. Just a convenience thing that I guess any manufacturer doesn't really think about because they're not working on the bike. And that's why engineers should get cross training, spend some time in shops and talk to the service guys like, hey, you know, what's more convenient? And it just makes everyone's life easier, whether you're working on it or you're taking it to the shop to work on it, right? Cat. Just make sure it's clean and the seal's on it, or the O-ring, and just screw it back on just like that. And that's an oil change. So first one done, a little dirty, but it's the first one after riding the bike. And on Rotella and not the oil that they had in it from shipping. I wouldn't trust anything they had in for shipping. And honestly, if you're real picky, you would do that for the brakes also. Oh, hey, look, it looks like I got a little ding in the pipe right here. Well, I must have got close to a rock because I didn't drop it on the right, so must have got close. Just a little one. That's a little guy. That's nothing. That is nothing. A little ding right there. Possibly one right there too. That's okay. I bet these pipes are pretty cheap from them guys anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. Again, be nice if somebody made a nice aluminum skid plate like force accessory does for my gas over there. I mean, it's the original pipe, 2012, and no issues. I've always protected it. So yeah, $250, but I've never had to go through the hassle of replacing a pipe. It'd be nice with the aluminum skid plate. Things GPX might even want to think about producing some accessories that people might be willing to buy, so they're not always buying a new pipe or whatever, or actually having their own CNC billet front shark fin and rear shark fin, just stuff that they know works. And when you're buying the bike, you could be like, hey, I want that part, I want that part. In fact, I would have bought that stuff if they offered it. Just little stuff you could upgrade, they would make money on, and it seems like they're selling all their bikes, so I don't know why they wouldn't. But anyways, that's the first oil change. So I am done as far as this video is concerned. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, check out my other videos, and stay well, stay safe, my friends. Have a good one. Bye.